Alright, good morning. It's going to be the first video of a couple of days, especially since the core set refresh. Anyway, my name is Flavius and today we have our first balance update for the core set refresh that just hit live just last week while I was absent. I did came back Friday right on time to play the weekend event, and it didn't go very well. I noticed that Mage was overwhelmingly powerful, so I think this update basically addresses that, and also a bit of a boost for Light. Anyway, I'm still getting myself familiar with the new core set refresh cards updates, because they updated a lot of current cards and added 70 cards or so. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then welcome to the game. Anyway, let's see what they say. So they're going to do some nerfs, especially to address the core draw magic. Very, very powerful. I did notice straight away how powerful it was. Very hard to try to play any type of late game because magic will kill you so fast. But there is some light in the end of the tunnel, so I think that means they're gonna boost some of the light. Anyway, this is more of a reactions. I can't tell for sure. I probably won't be able to tell for sure some of the cards. What do they mean for the meta, maybe? Because I still don't know what the core set refresh might do to all of the gods. But anyway, let's start with the buffs. So vexing vicar. As soon as I saw this card, reminded me of one card. Do you want to guess which card this reminds me of? So, Vexing Vicar now is going from 0-1 to 1-1. Frontline, protected, ward. 1 mana. This is definitely going to be a staple in Light. There's just no doubt. The most similar one to this card is Seraph. I'm not even sure if he has ward, but that's a 5 mana one. So frontline, protected, wards. This card will be a staple, it's no doubt. So anyway, what card this reminds me of? This one. Shadow's Crier from Mage, a staple one. The only difference being it doesn't have frontline, but it has 4C, which is very useful for Mage. So very interesting. That was a bit of a spoiler, which I'm going to be talking about. Anyway, that was the first buff. There's only 3 buffs, and they all light related. Next one, Shieldbearer back to 1-1. So, if you don't know, if you don't remember, this card was played in every single deck that was aggressive, but now it's a light only card since the core set refresh. Gives +1/+1 to a friendly creature, and it's back to 1 attack. So another boost for lights. Interesting. We're definitely gonna see a lot of zoo lights, I think. Next one, Aging Veteran. Now I don't remember what this card used to be, but it looks very strong now. I mean, I didn't know what it used to be before they updated it, but now it's gonna be 1 mana, 0/3. At the end of your turn, if this creature has 3 or more health, which it does by default, gains 1 strength. So this will immediately be 1/1/3. Very, very powerful card. Definitely, it's gonna be a staple. We're gonna see a lot of zoo lights. Anyway, that's it for the nerfs. Let's go to the nerfs. And I think you all probably know what's coming. Worm Breath, whatever you spell it. So back to 5 damage. 6 damage was just too much, I guess, for how good Mage is. It reminds me of Hearthstone. Hearthstone always had Mage with a 4 mana cards, deal 6 damage. So back to 5. Here. I think that's fair because, again, Mage, in its current format, with all the current cards it has, it can deal a lot of damage. So, and also, it was really outshining cards like Epiphany. Epiphany deals 6 damage, draw 1 card for 6 mana. This was now a 4 mana deal 6 damage. So, it was already a staple, and they had buffed it even more. but they changed their mind, so good. Next. Horde Hatchling. I think this card is basically back to what it used to be. I don't remember the stats, but I'm pretty sure this is how exactly it used to be. So basically, it's no longer an 8 mana cost. Now, it's a 10 mana cost. Except, now we'll also discount 10. Wait. Set to 10 minus number of okay, yeah. I think it's back to what it used to be. So it won't be as good as it used to, as it was being right now. This was basically nearly a wind breath on steroids because it's also a creature. Okay, next one. Rune Asp. Now, this card was changed. This card didn't used to be very good. It was a 2 mana 2/1. You had to pick between. You had to pick between 2 afterlife effects. Either both gods, both players draw a card, or both players unlock a mana lock. So they changed it recently to 1/1 with deadly, and they explain here that this could have seen some abuse from Half-Life. If you don't know what Half-Life does, basically 3 mana cards, which you pick a 3 cost or less creature from your void, bring it back to the board with Blitz. So you could definitely take advantage of the deadly this card has. I personally didn't feel like that was such a big deal because it just wouldn't work against cards like Protected and especially armor. Anything with armor, you just wouldn't do anything. And now it's a 2/3. So this is like a Fanatic of Kun, which is the same effect, but a 3/2. Now this is a 2/3. So I think this will now definitely be the staple for any death deck with ramp, especially board wipe death, which I think it's going to see a comeback for some reason. Next one, Parthian Recruiter. No, I'm not really sure what this card used to do. Let me put it here. When a character is healed, summon a 2/2 Acolyte. Now it's only once per turn. So I think I was looking at this card yesterday and I could see some potential of this card being abused, and he could fill the board with 2/2 Acolytes straight away. So now it's only once per turn. Yeah, still a good card. This could be potentially a 3 mana 5/5. So if you're already going to heal, yeah, I think it's still a good card. But I've not seen this card being played yet, or being abused yet. Again, Magic just didn't let people test any other core set refresh gods because Magic was just too good. Now, Crystal Rain, back from 4 mana to 5 mana costs, and now it does make sense. Except at 5 mana you used to be able to foresee, so it's worse than it used to be because you're able to foresee 1. But yeah, Mage not only was quick to draw, very good at dealing damage, but also very good at clearing the board. So, well, but not anymore. It's taking a slowdown here. Now, when I saw this card at 4 mana, the first thing I noticed straight away was, I can't believe they did this. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I did mention on my stream at least twice. This card at 4 mana completely overpowered his equivalent of Faraday Cage. If you've never seen this card, this is a Genesis card. And you basically have to target the creature and then it deals 2 damage to each other creature, which includes your creatures. So Crystal Rain at 2 mana, at 4 mana, just made this Genesis card completely useless. Now, if you still want to be fast potentially at dealing damage, you still have this card. You could use it on one of your shadow 1 mana cards. So this card becomes good again. All right, let's close this. Jumping. Go back. Okay, next one. Now the death cards. What does this do? So a 4/4 to a 1/4. When the god takes damage, this creature gains +1/+1. again, there was no chance to explore this card, so I guess they just see this card being really abused soon enough, so they had to nerf it in advance. Now, a card that very briefly became a staple in nature. Magna Garm and Moonhounds. So this card used to be, before the core set refresh, 3 mana for 3. And I remember mentioning that if this was the opposite, so a 3 attack and 4 health, this would be a staple. And guess what? That's exactly what they did. But now the difference being that you no longer refresh 3 mana. You only refresh 1 mana. Now, this card being a 3 mana 3/4, it's already a staple in terms of stats. And the fact that he refreshes 1 mana, I think still makes it one of the best 3 mana cards for nature. Not as good as potentially just refreshing 2 mana, but 1 mana, you just need to attack. Not even sure if he needs to survive, just attack anything and you're gonna refresh 1 mana. Yeah, still a good, still a solid effect. You don't get a lot of 3/4 stats like this. I mean, nature has a few, but yeah, very solid stats. And it's still a wild creature, so definitely still gonna see some play. Just no doubt about that. Screams in the Night. No, again, during my streams, I recall people trying to talk about this card. So they made it 3 mana now. Draw 2 creatures. If one of them is an either, draw an either or nether. I don't know how to say that. I don't know which one is. This was basically reinforcements, the war card, but on steroids. So they're nerfing it here a bit. Still 3 mana, draws 2 cards / creatures. Yeah, I think a nerf was warranted. But again, I've not seen this card being abused to be able to tell. Oh, thank God. Still deception cards, so who cares? Oh, no, deception cards. Ronald Sparrow. So going from 2/2 to 2/1. 1 mana, ward, hidden from 1 turn. Okay. Yeah. Has wards, because, you know, Deception has a lot of shenanigans, in my opinion, which makes me love Deception so much. As you probably know, if you watch my videos, you know how much I love Deception. They have hidden, they have cards with order, and now wards. I mean, this is not the first ward card, but okay. Right? Good for a rush deck, I guess. Next. So a war nerf. This used to be 3 mana, now 4 mana. Give 2 strength to your Vikings. I've seen a lot of Viking decks since they have changed. There's a 2 mana and a 3 mana card that now summons these 1/1s that are Vikings, so I guess they saw this potentially being abused. Again, they decided to do this straight away because someone probably there's been probably a couple of people that thought what could be really good after Magic getting nerfed, so they're like, "Ooh, let's nerf these ones," because I think these ones might take over the meta straight away. And for the last nerf, we have Panthasian Warrior. So no longer 2/3, 2/2, give +1/+1 to your strongest other friendly Amazon. 2/2. That makes the card a bit bad. Still gives a +1/+1. I guess it's to be like Shieldbearer. I mean, if you have an Amazon, you're buffing it, so yeah, fair enough. Okay, so now the last changes, whatever that means. So I guess it's overall changes. It's not a nerf or a buff per se, it's a change. So mana cost increased, condition removed. Okay, so it used to be 4 mana. Each of your creatures with strength 2 or less gets +1, +2, +2. Now it's just give +2/+2 to each of your creatures. Interesting. Okay. This is to try and slow down probably the abuse that Two Lights is gonna be able to do. This one thing I remember from when they were thinking early on to do the core set refresh was talks about buffing depending on your creature's base strength. So base attack, not his current attack. So I'm glad they didn't do that, because that was going to be extremely abused. Anyway, last change, City Planner. Decoupled from core. Card ramparts. Okay. New child cards. City wall. Okay, so it's the same, but instead of saying ramparts, now it's called city walls. Okay. To prevent any potential future changes to ramparts from affecting city planner, we decoupled. Okay. So basically they are decoupling from the existing card ramparts, which I don't remember what's the stats now, because that was changed, I think. So they're just creating two separate tokens for the purpose of City Planner. Anyway, there's some bug fixes. Anyway, the game is full of bugs, so let's see if we can see anything. I don't know, I think they're all minor. I don't see anything. I think they were talking here about health. Raven Acromance could raise the player's health above 30. Okay, I think that's the one that said he could steal your opponent's health. But again, Mage didn't allow for anyone to try anything else. Anyway, that will do for this video. I hope you like it, and you know, if you like these videos, make sure, if you have any questions, make sure to catch me on Twitch every Tuesday to Saturday from 9:30 London time. Anyway, this will do for this video. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye bye.